So that shiny new game just came out, The Outer Worlds 2, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game first and first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. I played this game for 3-ish hours, and to be honest, I'm a bit unimpressed. I played the first game years ago, and I distinctly remember being surprised by the game. It was better than I thought it would be, and I really thought that this one would be a lot better. But honestly, so far, it feels like it's not any better than the first game. I mean, it's decent overall, but I wanted more from it. One big complaint about this game at launch for me is the performance. This game is built on UE5. UE5 looks really good and can be optimized, but so far this game is not one of those optimized games, unless they have several upcoming patches, that is. Some people might have better performance than me, but this was my experience. I did have some stuttering, but my biggest issue is the 1% lows. I noticed that a lot of games with this engine might have a decent average FPS, but its 1% lows are much lower. It leaves the game looking fine visually, but the input just does not feel nice, especially with a mouse like I'm using. I think that if the performance gets improved, the game will be a decent one, but nothing amazing that you need to get right away. The map for this game is what I'd call semi-open world. You do have some exploring, as well as some items that can be found, and you'll be able to go to multiple planets, but for the hours I played, I was only on the beginning space station and then the first planet. Once you discover a location, you can teleport to it using the map. You begin by customizing a character, male or female, and there's some decent facial customizations that you can do, but I find those tedious, so I just leave those at default. You then get to select a trait. I believe you can choose one positive trait and then begin the game, but I selected 2 positive traits, which means I also need to select 1 negative trait. I like the traits that I got, and I thought it was worth it. You then pick 2 starting skills out of like 10 of them or so. Every time you rank up, you'll get skill points, and you can use those points to upgrade the skills that you started with or get new ones. I mainly focused on unlocking items I found, so I'd choose like lockpicking and hacking. Your skills and traits also give you special dialogue options based on what you chose. Speaking of dialogue, I feel like there's way too much dialogue going on here. You can really talk to some people for quite a while. Luckily, you can skip through the dialogue if you want, which I did end up doing here and there. People will react and make decisions based on what you say too, so you should be mindful of what you choose. I think I was supposed to level up before doing the main mission. I just went straight into it, and everyone was really hard to kill for me. My guns felt really weak, and I died pretty quickly. So instead of taking the easy route of leveling up, I decided to do the main mission by sneaking around, which led to me dying a whole bunch and starting over a whole bunch, but I managed it, barely. So far the story hasn't captured my attention, but there was a notable event. A lady blew up a space station, and the main character escaped in a cryopod. He's found 10 years later floating in space, and then basically has zero downtime. He just wakes up and begins missions again. It turns out that that lady is still alive too, and now she's who you're hunting down. And that's what I was doing while I was playing the game. I was following clues to try and find her. If you're caught stealing items while looting around, you'll get a bounty placed on you, but you can remove it for cash by using a specific bounty terminal. There is some customization that you can do to your guns in the form of mods, but you're going to need blueprints for that, and then you'll need to craft them. You can also craft other things like ammo and grenades. There's some vending machines like Borderlands that you can buy and sell stuff at, as well as NPCs around the map. The enemies are fine to fight. I've fought some robots, humans, some sort of beast, and some bugs. I did find myself running out of ammo quite a bit though. I think that's because my guns felt so weak, so I kept using so much ammo. The ship you use can't really be interacted with in any way. You just use the navigation system to select where you're going, and then you're in the next area. You don't get too much use out of the ship. I think I'd say this game is okay in basically every area. I don't really have any complaints so far other than the performance, but neither do I have anything too positive to say either. I'd suggest you take a wait and see approach with this game and look at multiple reviews for it, and maybe wait for a sale too, though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.